schmixy. And then obviously there's always that Laura potential back pocket. But we've only seen that once now from Ojian, so they seem pretty committed to the Vega.
Already in the corners. Not looking great. Life deficit. Flip by the fireball. Tough spot. Definitely looking for an activation.
Yeah, I mean, Ojian hasn't been having the best conversions off of the V-Trigger, I feel. Like, they've obviously been using it where you expect the Vega to use it, you know, and it's either a combo extension or to make something safer than it traditionally would be. But they haven't done anything like super cheeky with it. Not that they've played a ton of Fireball characters either, where you can really kind of cheat out a turn by catching them during the projectile. But now's the time.
Yeah, this is a tough spot that he's in too. Just look at the life deficit.
Yeah, and then even getting the cross under there from Chun, that's a huge thing to be aware of. And unfortunately, Ojian just wasn't able to swap quick enough. And to now start with a nice punish opportunity that they just blow out the water. Excuse me? You gotta hit those.
Oop.
Oh, wow.
Maybe this was an air-to-air. Like I pressed the wrong button, looks like.
Yeah, that was an odd situation. We do get our continuation here. Goes for
He keeps going for that as a mix-up. Yeah, and that's not going to work against the Chun player.
No, I mean, clearly they have an easy option there with the spinning bird kick.
Yeah, it covers both sides. You don't have to really guess, just have to throw it out. Alright, that's a fun combo.
Now you have to contend. Now you got to contend with V-Trigger activated Chun-Li, who has, you know, 3 meter in the tank. V-Trigger does run out.
She's dry, and I think Vega's going to get V-Trigger in a second here. Get that on deck, get a hit confirmed, and you've got the round.
Yeah, I mean, the concern here is that if you do get that one hit over to Chun-Li, you lose the round, but able to hold on.
Chip not a factor, but gets the throw. Built the bar that he needed, but couldn't take the throw.
Chun-Li wins.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that's the scary situation potentially set up, though, right? Like, Chun Nation gave over that V-Trigger opportunity to Ojian, and they weren't able to immediately close the door on them. They were, you know, eventually given the throw opportunity, but, you know, there's a world where that gets tacked, and then, you know, you try to throw out a fireball for pressure or something, and you get triggered right in the face, then, you know, you end up losing the round potentially.
Yeah, that was definitely anybody's round. Are we seeing a character switch here?
I think it's a strong possibility. I don't think the Claw was so outmatched.
I think it was fine. I think he did a few things that he just shouldn't have done. Not that he was played poorly. Like, he shouldn't have gone for the EX dive mix-ups. That wasn't going to work. He could just play a bit more grounded. I think it would be fine. But, you know, I wouldn't mind a character switch here. Just something a bit more aggressive.
Yep. There it is. It makes a lot of sense because you do give yourself that 1 game buffer to, you know, kind of not learn the matchup, but like, suss out this particular matchup between the two players and how they're playing tonight on, you know, the main character, the mix-up character, and you can try and, you know, run things a certain way. And we did see that earlier in the the Ojian versus Poki matchup, where, you know, it did take them a little bit to really start, you know, feeling out how the Laura worked out in the series.
We're gonna call that a dead round. I feel like you gotta give a round when you switch characters just to get in the right frame of mind.
Yeah, thankfully this time they are in that 1-to-3 versus 1-to-2 that we saw earlier.
You got a bit more space. Nothing about the counter hit. There we go. That time we got it.
Oh, and the anti-air, the cross under.
See? Just needed 1 round to warm up. Remember what buttons do what? Yeah, you can get the link.
Watch a butt. Of an oopsie.
Saved the meter. Was all part of the plan.
It's all part of the plan until Chun-Li comes and punches you in your face across the screen.
Yo!
Don't jump.
My man!
Don't jump.
Let's get it with the fuzzy!
How many times have we seen that air juggle? People need to stop
Mr. Producer Man, can we get our GIF on the screen? Because that was a good telltale sign of that.
Yeah, just leave it on this time. Just like put it in the corner for the rest of the match. Tattoo. Do you see what I'm talking about? The smile. You see how it forms? You see that?
Yep, I see it now.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah,
OG1
completely overplayed their hand there, and that
sit back.
And the jumping against a character like Chun-Li is always going to be punished.
Again,
there it is again.
That's what I was expecting him to do before, was a V-shift in the middle of that sequence before.
It could be OG1 sandbagging for the reverse 3-0. I don't think that's what it is, but it's an option.
I don't think so either. Oh, good EX to get the kill.
Round 2.
Playing a little angry now. Stop jumping. I mean, is it like his run game? Like, you still have to do it to establish the pass? I don't know why he keeps doing it. Oh. Good whip punish.
Especially when Laura's not, like, outmatched entirely on the ground here, right? Like, we're seeing a lot of good whiff punishes and just strong neutral game coming in from OG1. But as soon as they take to the air, they then put themselves in a potential mix-up situation by getting anti-aired and then cross-under. Whereas now they're just throwing buttons out for no reason.
I didn't hate it early in the round. There's no B trigger. It's not as deadly a punish. Chun, good round, good pressure there. But definitely the late rounds, B trigger when it's activated, low health, jump ins. I guess you're hoping it's unexpected, but Chun's playing very patient. Yeah, always ready. Chun's not throwing out. I think OG's hoping for a lot of the like standing heavies in neutral that Chun's just not throwing out, because then a jump would work. Chun's playing a lot more patient than that.
And is playing well around the thunderclaps. We've seen almost every single one of them interrupted mid-screen. And that is taking an entire component out of OG1's game. How often do you see Laura's rely on the thunderclap to get involved? And now it's just a non-factor.
Ooh, good header. Ooh, good mix-up, got the finger up. On the mix-up, EX just sits there. That's not what I was hoping for.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
Oh, good
the armor to get through the fireball.
Yeah, okay.
That's
a pretty impossible situation. Unless you're willing to throw out EX legs, you're just blocking and hoping for the best.
Wouldn't EX legs still lose to the EX thunderclap too?
I'm sorry, I said EX legs. I mean bird kick.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you're saying.
It's all legs.
All legs all the time. The Chun-Li story. Alright, so we head back to the character select screen. Obviously, we're not going to get a character switch. But I think it's definitely worthwhile to take the breather against a character like Laura, who is all about taking advantage of bad headspace. This way, you can deep breath, you can think a little bit about what game plan you want to bring into this next game, and potentially think about what OG1's going to try and do with this momentum.
Yeah, I think definitely having, this extra game sort of padding favors Chun to be able to. That was a very heavy, Laura OG1 came in and kind of like an angry match there because that unfortunate loss in the previous game. I think Chun takes a breath. I think this is very much still Chun's to lose.
Oh yeah, I mean you still have that whole game extra to worry about, and you're off to a huge life lead early on here as Chun-Nation.
He's just thrown out 3 standing heavy punches when he did 0 in the last 2 matches, and I think what he's hoping for is that OG is going to give up on the jump attempts, and so that he can do a heavier ground game now. That's what it feels like so far in this round. It's just like sliding under the thunderclaps too. Yeah.
All right, we do get that EX through the fireball again, though. Armor coming in clutch. Yeah, the speed's an issue right now as you're just seeing the command dash in and out.
But no bar makes this a little bit less deadly.
True. And even that trigger's just dipping away.
Too.
You do have a one-touch game.
Yeah, he can chip.
You can chip, but I think you're even worthwhile just hanging out, just waiting.
Yeah, you can take a
out.
hit. Yeah.
Yeah, you just wait for the jump in. Anti-air.
Yeah. So ready for it. So ready for it. Not happening. You see, he threw a 3 standing heavies early on and then didn't touch the button.
And it's all about setting that pace, the precedent, trying to make sure that you're punishing the reason for Ojian not jumping in the air.
Great EX command grab. Oh, shimmied. This is a Laura round. Yeah.
Oh.
First moment of impatience, really. There was no reason.
And they're punished appropriately for it.
Wait.
Final round. Fight.
So we do still have one round here, which is
that's because I say it doesn't mean I need to show it, but I appreciate the effort.
For Chunat1on, as we do get the sunset wheel.
Ooh, good combo.
Right, nice challenge there with the low jab. There's that heavy punch.
Oh,
you walked into it. Oh no!
Yeah. You feel so stupid when it happens, but it's so easy to do.
I liked the anti-air attempt, even if it wasn't successful.
Great read seeing the start of the
reaching!
And now the lower game begins.
You're so fast, you can get out of range of the V reversal.
Oh, it was too far for the connection. Oh, we needed a V reversal there. Momentum. I mean, I still felt like this was Chun's game. Momentum is heavily tilted towards Ojian at this point, though.
Yeah, Ojian's definitely taking full control.
I feel like Chun has not eaten a jump in really at all, but I feel like you're going to need to go with that heavy punch ground game and kind of risk it, because that's I think OG's taking over the ground game. You have to establish a heavier presence. And just maybe you eat a jump in, but don't be as afraid of it. I think you have to risk it at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. The other option is like the situation that we've seen have been like the sunset wheel comes out, and it's once the trigger activation from Ojian's active that it's just such a different game. There's so much more move speed. There's so much more in and out, movement that it becomes a lot more difficult for these small metered neutral game attempts that we've been seeing from Chun-Nation.
That's not good. I was gonna say he really needs the health lead going into activation, and he didn't get it this round. This is just a horrible situation. The reverse? Oh, he's got active. Sorry. Is he gonna survive this?
Oh no, punish because of the thunderclap, bro.
I don't know if he could have. The timing on that is so tight.
So now
the trigger activated well. I didn't realize he switched. I didn't realize he switched triggers.
I noticed it right at the beginning of this one when he did activate. But is this a bit of a commentator curse? I didn't think it would be that strong here tonight, but Ojian with so far a miraculous comeback, and Chun-Nation having a bit of a mental boom.
I think Chun's doing the right adaptation, doing heavier button ground game. Good challenge there. It's just that when Ojian's gotten the activation, life lead's been pretty even, and you need to be ahead in life when Laura activates. Otherwise, it gets way too scary. Ooh, bad spacing, good whip punish. This situation favors Ojian.
We saw an early V shift come out there from Chun-Nation as well, which means that they may not get a V trigger this round.
I would play fully defensive. This super favors OG. I think you're playing a V reversal game here. You gotta believe this V trigger. Yeah.
So scared.
Yeah. You survived a quick onslaught.
Yeah, but I gotta guess. Guess again.
Yeah,
okay.
perfect. He did everything defensive. He was just trying to survive the onslaught. Perfect.
Man, that was, I don't know how to handle that, really, right? Like you use every single inch of meter that you've been given, and so you start this final round, final game, just dead even. Nobody has anything in terms of resources, and now it's just who gets the first hit.
So this definitely favors OG again. Any life lead favors Laura heavily because that activation is so deadly. I think you're in another situation where Chun has to play defensive. You have to prepare for the onslaught. You can't. I don't think you can activate.
Which is so tough because in terms of having the trigger too, it is such a huge boost in damage.
I think activation is. I mean, I feel like.
Look at how easy it is for Laura.
This is bad now. Without a V reversal.
Air reset.
Now it gets rough.
Trigger's gone.
Oh, good challenge.
You get no V reversal, no V shift. Oh, but the trigger's gone.
Hey,
and the punish! Oh, Nation holds on.
Oh man, survived for because of us.
Beyond.
Chun-Li.
I think he was close enough. Was that a timing mistake? Was he 2+?
That is definitely something we will have to go back and watch later.
I'd have to check the tape on that one. Because I really felt like Chun should have been playing more defensive. Kudos for going in and being able to survive the onslaught. Because that is not an easy thing to do. But
I mean, it really came down to
mistake at the end.
Yeah, it came down to that one command grab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
Like I do like